Have you ever sat down to meditate, hoping for peace and clarity, only to feel more stressed and restless? You're not alone. A surprising 60% of people who try meditation give up within the first few weeks. Many believe they aren't doing it right, and that's a real shame because meditation has the power to transform our lives. Did you know that regular meditation can increase your brain's gray matter? This is the part of the brain that helps with memory, emotions, and self-control. Research shows that just 8 weeks of mindfulness practice can lead to significant changes in brain structure. Yet, despite these amazing benefits, many struggle to make meditation work for them. So, what's going wrong? In this video, we'll explore 6 common reasons why your meditation might not be working, along with simple strategies to help you succeed. We'll bust myths, tackle hidden blocks, and uncover the real essence of mindfulness. Stick around to discover how to turn your practice from frustrating to fulfilling, and unlock the calming power of being present. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The myth of clearing your mind. One of the most common meditation myths is the idea that you need to clear your mind completely. Sounds impossible, right? That's because it is. And frankly, trying to do that can make things worse. As mindfulness expert Jon Kabat-Zinn said, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. That's the key. Mindfulness isn't about stopping your thoughts but learning to focus on them in a non-judgmental way. Strategy. Instead of forcing your mind to go blank, focus on an anchor, like your breath or the sound around you. When thoughts pop up, because they will, just notice them without trying to push them away. Studies show that people who meditate with this mindset are less likely to experience frustration, and in fact, a Harvard study found that mindfulness can actually shrink the brain's amygdala, the part responsible for stress and anxiety. This shift in focus, away from clearing and toward observing, is often enough to transform your practice from frustrating to calming. Chapter 2. Sensory overload. The hidden blocker. We live in a world that bombards us with sensory input. Whether it's endless notifications, the hum of traffic, or even just the background noise of daily life, all of this can interfere with your ability to meditate. It's no wonder why your mind feels scattered. Our brains are simply not built to handle constant stimulation. Strategy. Create a mindfulness-friendly space. Find a quiet, clutter-free area to practice, or even consider wearing noise-canceling headphones. Science backs this up. Research published in Psychological Science shows that exposure to natural environments or even just listening to nature sounds can significantly improve focus and reduce mental fatigue. If you can't escape the noise, try practicing sensory mindfulness. Pay attention to a single sound, like the ticking of a clock or the wind outside, and immerse yourself in that experience. By reducing sensory distractions, you'll find it much easier to sink into a calm, focused state. Chapter 3. The good vibes only trap. Many people start meditating because they want to feel happier and more relaxed. While that's great, there's a catch. Chasing only good vibes can backfire. Life isn't always sunshine and rainbows, and real mindfulness is about accepting the full range of your emotions, even the uncomfortable ones. The problem is, when we try to ignore or suppress negative feelings, they often get louder. As Pema Chodron, a well-known Buddhist teacher, says, nothing ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know. In other words, those uncomfortable feelings have a purpose, and mindfulness invites us to sit with them instead of running away. Strategy. When negative emotions arise, don't fight them. Instead, observe them with curiosity. Ask yourself, where do I feel this in my body? Or what thoughts are connected to this feeling? Research shows that people who practice emotional acceptance actually experience fewer negative emotions over time. One study from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that those who regularly accepted their emotions had lower levels of anxiety and depression than those who didn't. So, don't stress if your meditation isn't filled with bliss. The real growth happens when you're willing to sit with discomfort, observe it, and let it pass naturally. If you're finding this content helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You won't want to miss the next chapters, where we dive deeper into making your mindfulness journey successful. Chapter 4: The Power of Micro-Mindfulness. Here's a surprising truth: you don't need to meditate for an hour to reap the benefits. In fact, research shows that shorter, more frequent mindfulness practices can sometimes be more effective than long sessions. This concept is known as micro-mindfulness, and it's all about finding small moments throughout the day to practice being present. A study from Carnegie Mellon University found that even brief mindfulness training can improve attention and reduce stress. The researchers discovered that just 25 minutes of mindfulness a day, for 3 days, led to significant reductions in cortisol, the body's stress hormone. Strategy: try weaving mindfulness into everyday activities. You don't need to set aside a whole hour. Start with 5-minute sessions or practice mindfulness while you do things like washing the dishes or waiting in line. Pay attention to the feel of the water, the sound of your footsteps, or the sensation of breathing. By breaking mindfulness into bite-sized moments, you'll find it easier to stay consistent and grounded. Chapter 5: Stop trying so hard. The paradox of effort. This might sound strange, but one of the biggest reasons people struggle with meditation is that they're trying too hard. If you're constantly trying to force yourself to relax or to do it right, you're missing the point. The harder you push, the more elusive that calm, centered feeling becomes. This is often referred to as the paradox of effort. The more you try to achieve mindfulness, the further it slips away. As Eckhart Tolle explains in The Power of Now, realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. In other words, you don't have to force anything. Mindfulness happens when you let go of the need to control the moment. Strategy: next time you sit down to meditate, set a simple intention to be rather than do. Allow yourself to observe without forcing any outcomes. Notice how your body feels, what thoughts come up, and just be okay with whatever happens. If you feel restless, accept it. If you feel calm, enjoy it. The key is not to judge your experience. Research supports this approach. A study in the Journal of Clinical Psychology found that mindfulness-based stress reduction (MBSR) programs work best when participants adopt a non-judgmental attitude, allowing their experiences to unfold naturally without trying to manipulate them. Chapter 6: Mindful Body, Mindful Mind. Here's something a lot of people overlook: the state of your body deeply affects the state of your mind. If you're slouching, tense, or not breathing deeply, it's going to be harder to focus and relax during meditation. There's a reason why traditional meditation practices pay so much attention to posture and breath. A fascinating study from Harvard Medical School found that practicing deep, controlled breathing can activate the body's parasympathetic nervous system, which helps reduce heart rate, blood pressure, and stress. This is why breathwork is such an essential tool for mindfulness. Strategy: before you even begin meditating, take a moment to scan your body. Are your shoulders tight? Is your jaw clenched? Check your posture and make sure your spine is straight but relaxed. Then focus on your breath. Breathe deeply into your belly, not just your chest. This simple adjustment can make a huge difference in how calm and centered you feel. For added benefit, try pairing your breath with gentle movement. Even small actions, like slowly turning your head from side to side or stretching your arms, can release tension and improve focus. This is why practices like yoga or Tai Chi are often linked to mindfulness. They emphasize the connection between body and mind. If you enjoyed this video and found these insights helpful, please subscribe for more tips on mindfulness and meditation. With a little patience and practice, you'll be on your way to a more fulfilling mindfulness journey.